At approximately 8 a.m. last Saturday, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake took place in China's central Sichuan province. Now, so far, the natural disaster has claimed over 190 lives and injured more than 11,000. As rescuers, relief teams, and media flooded the region, Chinese social media acted as a critical provider of information, both when the earthquake struck and also during the course of the rescue efforts. On Sino Weibo, for example, net users posted photos of disaster-struck areas, shared rescue stories and methods, and organized donation drives. Photos of people wearing pajamas went viral on Weibo as people ran out of their homes following the first tremors. Most importantly, the sheer volume of users using Chinese social media meant that information got out quickly and was also spread quickly, filling in information gaps that traditional media could not gather in due time. Now, many Weibo users had a lot to say about the role of Chinese social media during natural disasters, and here's a selection of their comments.
This time, new media has definitely made an important contribution to information distribution. I think Weibo has really proved its use this time. I still remember Saturday morning around 8 a.m. I read a number of comments that asked why no one was talking about what was happening in Sichuan. Then, a little bit later, I saw a post from China's Earthquake Administration about the earthquake in Lushan County. I bet the response would not have been this fast if it weren't for Weibo. Nowadays, I think many people in disaster-struck zones use the internet to communicate with the rest of the world. It's much more convenient than cell phones and reaches a much broader audience. After this incident, I feel more confident about the power of Weibo. With so many users, this platform is bound to have great influence. When it comes to reporting on breaking news, Weibo was often faster and more detailed than mainstream media.
Of course, this was not the first time that social media was used during a natural disaster to distribute information. And China is not the only place in the world where social media has been used to break news. During Hurricane Sandy, millions of U.S. net users took to Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to tweet and post information and photos. According to social media analytics firm Topsy, over 3.5 million tweets were sent in the 24 hours during and after the storm. Social media became lifelines for people looking for information and an outlet for those eager to share their stories. And now let's get back to Weibo to see what net users believe to be the downfalls of relying on social media for information.
Although Weibo has proved how useful and influential it can be, there was a lot of false information being posted and reposted during the earthquake. I think some people may have even fallen to scams. Thus, everything has its advantages and disadvantages. Although you can't deny the negative sides of Weibo, in a country as big as China, the positive aspects of Weibo certainly outweigh its disadvantages. I think Weibo and Weixin have made it easier than ever to tell loved ones about your present state. I bet it was extremely useful for those living near the earthquake zone. I hope in the future Weibo will become even stronger and help keep the rule of law and morality in check. Compared to the Wenchuan earthquake in Sichuan 5 years ago, you can really see how fast cell phone and social media technology has developed. 5 years ago, during the Wenchuan earthquake, most people found out about the disaster through the television and internet sites. 5 years later, China has become a Weibo nation. Information comes fast and in large volumes. Now you can find out all the most up-to-date information without looking at a television or an internet site.
The earthquake that hit Lushan County over the weekend was located very close to a devastating quake that shook Sichuan in 2008. Now, that time, the death toll was 90,000 and counted itself among the worst natural disasters in Chinese history. During the 2008 earthquake, papers across the country reported similar stories and was unified in their message that the Chinese Communist Party was doing all that was possible to bring relief to the area. Now, this time around, real-time discussion on China's social media brought an array of stories to people's screens and made it easier than ever to donate or to contribute to the rescue efforts. Now, social media not only played a breaking news role, but also decentralized news reporting and allowed more people to tell the stories as they saw them unfold.